One of the big things with the Avaya, from its very conceptual brief, was to make the car usable, everyday usable.
Tesla has been making a lot of waves over the last few years as their vision of a fully electric car world is slowly but surely coming to fruition. Because not only are they going and delivering cars of all types for people to go and drive, they're forcing other automotive dealers to go and make electric cars too. But because of that, Tesla needs to be careful because their Roadster model is being challenged by many. And some could argue that these other models are better in certain ways. So allow us to show you electric supercars that put the Tesla Roadster to shame. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 8. Rivian R1T. Let's start off not with a supercar, but with one that definitely challenges the Tesla Roadster in many aspects. If you don't know about Rivian, they're a startup that followed in Tesla's path of wanting to create electric vehicles that can help change the world. They have had a few models that are aiming to come out soon, but let's focus on their electric truck, the Rivian R1T. This truck will be able to go 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds, has a range between 230 to 400 miles depending on how you push the truck, your payload, and the variant you have, and its price point will be about $69,000. So all in all, that's not too bad for one of their first models. Now if you're wondering why we're comparing this to the Tesla Roadster, that would be because the Roadster is meant to be a luxury ride, whereas the Rivian is meant to be an everyman truck, which means that this ride is more suitable to certain buyers. Plus, have you seen the Cybertruck that Tesla is trying to make happen? Most people would want this truck over that one. Not to mention the R1T is way cheaper than the Roadster. That helps out in many ways as well. One of the key elements of this ride is that there are 4 battery packs in it, and each one is connected to a wheel, allowing a unique all-wheel drive experience, all the while being an electric car that does a work of a regular truck without the gas issues. All told, this could be a great start for Rivian, and who knows what they'll make next. And if they keep going on this path, yeah, Tesla might be in line to have a true rival. Number 7. Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Next is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. This car is one of Ferrari's big attempts to go into the electric side of things. It's not fully electric to be clear, but it does have those capabilities, so it definitely deserves a place on our list. The car has 3 electric motors, 2 at the front, 1 at the rear axle, coupled with a V8 engine. It goes from 0 to 62 in 2.5 seconds, which is honestly pretty impressive. It's not as fast as the Roadster to be clear, but for a first attempt of sorts, it's nothing to scoff at. Granted, this car is more expensive than a Roadster, as it costs about $625,000, but you'll actually be able to get tax credits back for driving this car, believe it or not. Plus, it's a Ferrari. This is a car that most people dream of having. It looks just as sleek as the Roadster, if not more so. Plus, with a name brand like Ferrari, you're going to be turning heads, while Tesla's name is more of an, oh, you got a Tesla, okay. Don't worry, Tesla, you'll get there eventually. Number 6. Porsche Taycan. Porsche has hit the electric car market with exactly the sort of impact you'd hope that an industry powerhouse of its stature might make. The Taycan, a 4-door fast Grand Tourer that's slightly smaller than the company's existing Panamera model, but is certainly not the lesser car of the two, as we are about to show you. Tested in the top of the range 751 bhp, near 140,000 pounds, Turbo S specification, the Taycan impressed many with its deft and well-controlled handling, and its super responsive and urgent performance, but mostly for its clear driver focus, which remains rare to find among electric cars. Tesla is doing good on that avenue themselves, but Porsche might have them beat here. The Taycan has surprisingly tight body control, considering it's a 2.3-ton car. Fine steering response, and beautifully tuned controls that really distinguish the car's dynamic character. Due to be available in several less powerful versions with WLTP certified battery range of up to 280 miles and capable of charging at up to 270 kilowatts, the Taycan represents the state of the electric car in so many ways. Now whether you prefer this over the Tesla, it's honestly up to you, but you can see this one has clear potential. Plus, Porsche is only going to get better from here. Number 5. Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. When you go and get a Lamborghini, you know you're going to get a car that drives fast, looks slick, and will make you look like a boss no matter what. And the Terzo Millennio is another fantastic example of that. This hybrid car has a 6.5-liter V12 engine that produced 838 horsepower, more than enough to send you flying down that road that you want to take this car on, especially with it being able to go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds flat. But here's where Tesla really gets put to shame, because while the Roadster is a faster car, the Terzo Millennio is actually backed and powered by science. Now what do we mean by that? Well, we mean that this ride was made alongside help from MIT. For real, they helped make and design the car to look as amazing and aerodynamic as possible. And if you don't believe us, you only need to look at its tires. These unique wheels were made in such a way that they cost millions of dollars to produce. Plus, it said that this collaboration is going to make it so the car is self-healing in a way, which Tesla most definitely cannot say. Plus, while just about anyone can say that they can afford a Roadster if they have enough cash, the Terzo Millennio is only available to 63 buyers, as that's all they're making. Number 4, Mercedes-Benz EQC. The Mercedes EQC 400 brushed aside challenges from Jaguar, Audi, and Tesla en route to its big moment, overcoming all by virtue of its technology-laden and upmarket interior, its impressive blend of comfort and driver appeal, and its first-rate infotainment and navigation systems. In short, it's a really cool car. Sharing its platform with the related GLC, the EQC has twin electric motors, torque vectoring 4-wheel drive, and combined peak outputs of 402 bhp and 564 pound-per-foot. WLTP verified battery range is 259 miles officially, and it could get better with future versions, as Mercedes definitely doesn't want to be left behind in the electric car world. The EQC is a very nice car and one that has gotten a lot of people's attention in 2020, and by 2021, the hype might lead people to look away from Tesla in order to find a cooler and even more luxury ride in the EQC. So you tell us, which one do you prefer overall? Number 3, Lotus Avia. The Lotus Avia is a very special kind of car for a very basic reason. It's apparently figured out a way to use its battery at full power for longer without taxing the battery in any way. Plus, it has 1900 horsepower under its hood, and you know that's special. Just as special as the interior, as it was meant to not just feel luxurious, but go and help you handle those high speeds that you can put this car through. The steering wheel, for example, is based on racing technology, so you can handle every speed bump or burst of extra speed without much issue. Number 2, Audi Q4 e-tron. Let's go and talk SUV, shall we? The e-tron is one that might catch your eye in certain ways. Its price is only $45,000, it has a range of 250 miles on a single charge, and it has a decent top speed of about 112 miles per hour. So yeah, it's not meant to blaze trails, but it doesn't have to. It can get you from one place to the other, and that is the point of a vehicle, right? And again, it's a vehicle that is much cheaper than the Roadster, and something a lot of people will be able to get both now and in the future. Sure, it may not be a supercar, but if it is cheap, gets you around, and still does the job of the Roadster without as much hassle, isn't that worth it? Number 1, Aston Martin Valkyrie. If you have a name like Valkyrie, it better live up to the hype, and Aston Martin is definitely hoping to do that with their hybrid model. Because of its design and power, some are labeling this as the closest thing you'll ever get to in a street-legal F1 car. A very bold thing to claim, yet looking at this car you can see why they say that. In fact, we can further prove that because it was made in collaboration between Adrian Newey and Marek Reichman, two men who know a thing or two about fast cars and sleek designs. There are only going to be 150 units made, but if you do get one, you can get a performance pack that'll allow you to go even faster and make your car even cooler. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the Tesla Roadster and the cars that are aiming to put it down in one fashion or another? Do you personally think that any of these cars actually challenge the Roadster or indeed put it to shame? Which ones do you think need to make some improvements before they actually challenge Tesla? Do you know of any other electric vehicle that honestly does challenge Tesla? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.